As I am making this video right now, Metroid Dread has been out for about a month and a half, and already the sales are doing great, finding itself in the top 50 best-selling Switch games. Last time I played a Metroid game was Metroid Zero Mission for the Game Boy Advance, and that was 17 years ago. Nonetheless, I had a great time playing it as a kid, and with the release of Dread, I had found myself watching all kinds of Metroid videos. Eventually, I gave into the nostalgia and bought the game. And within a week of casual play, I had 100% the game. But that wasn't enough. As I was watching some speedrunners, I had noticed how fast the run was getting optimized, and I was inspired to take on the run myself. So I set myself a goal of 1 week to learn the any % category for Metroid Dread. And here's how it went. Day 1 starts and I get right into learning the run. Pretty soon I come across the first sequence break, which is the pseudo wave pulse. At first I struggled with this, but then I figured it out pretty fast. This technique is a little difficult to keep consistent, but will save a lot of time in a few spots in the run. Like this second spot immediately after the save room. This one's a little trickier and can be skipped, but it does save a lot of time and also sets up for the screen lock glitch. This one took a little longer because the angle is kind of hard to get, but from here the route got a lot simpler. Just go through here, dodge this Emmy, talk to Adam, break these things, break that thing, AFK. Then boom, charge beam. Easy enough. Now, I needed to collect the Phantom Cloak and the Spider Grab abilities. I had broken that one block with the pseudo wave pulse before, so the way to Corpius was already open, and I just went ahead and decided to do that before the Emmy. The Corpius fight was also pretty straightforward, nothing super special, just rocket his head and dodge the tail. Next, I needed to kill the first Emmy, so just have to activate that one switch and then just get to the Omega Cannon room and then just blast him.
Anyway, I started blasting.
The next part is mainly just going to be story for a little bit. I need to activate 1, 2, 3, 4 switches so I can go to Dyron, power it up, and then grab the wide beam. Now I need to go back to Kataris and pick up the Morph Ball from the Emmy, and that allows me to access the Arteria portal so I can activate another switch that starts blowing everything up, which is a nice transition into picking up the Varia suit. The Varia suit allows me to do some backtracking and go deeper into Kataris so I can fight Kraid. This fight is also a straightforward boss fight, just rocket his face and shoot his stomach thing. Kraid dies, and in the room next to him is the diffusion beam. This is pretty much where I stopped for the first day, and I decided to start a new save file and just practice what I learned. Day 2, and I'm feeling a lot more confident with my movement and controls, but then I run into a skip that I know is going to be a killer for me. The Dyron grapple beam skip. Now let me tell you, I struggled with this for so long, and the worst part is that when you miss, you don't just try again as many times as you want, no. If you miss, you land in lava, so you only have like 2 or 3 tries until you go back to your last checkpoint. Anyways, you just have to hit him with one of these, then wall jump, and then you're up there. And then you gotta slide and time your jump just right just to make that part. That portals you to Arteria, and the grapple beam is just right there. Now I have to go back the way I came, but surprisingly this way is a lot easier, and I did it on my second try. Next, I power on the second Dyron generator, and that allows me to get bombs. These next 2 segments are also just a little bit of pathing, first through Barinia for the flash shift, and then second, I go back to Dyron and destroy the Emmy for speed boost. From here, I would normally split on super missiles, but during this session, I stopped after defeating the robot Chozo Warrior, and there was a lot to memorize here, so I decided to just stop there and practice what I learned. Day 3 was just another day of practice. Timing was about the same, but it was enough to tell me that my movement was improving. I ended up taking a 2-day break because I was really tired, so day 4 came and it was time to finish learning the run. I didn't have this next part recorded, but basically I just did the normal pathing to grab super missiles from Gavaran and plasma beam from Elune. Up next is a relatively difficult trick to pull off, and that's the water bomb jump. This took me a little bit to figure out the timing of all the buttons, but I caught on pretty quickly on how to do it. This trick allows me to kill the Emmy and get ice missiles early. Spin boost is another straightforward upgrade to get, and next I need to get the gravity suit, and to do that I'm going to need to do 2 shine spark tricks. The first is to get to the green portal, and second to get here, so I can get up here and make this big thing fall so I can enter the suit room. After that, I had to learn the path through Cold Arteria and fight Experiment Z57, and that was pretty easy. Now I just need to hit the portal and grab Screw Attack. Now we do a little backtracking and I take out the Twin Chozo and Golzuna for crossbombs. After that, I grab Storm Missiles from SQ, which is an extremely difficult fight. I take out the Twins again to grab Space Jump, and that allows me to make it up here so I can defeat the Emmy and collect Wave Beam. This is it. It's time to head back to Anubia and finish learning the route. I defeat both Chozo warriors and collect Power Bomb, and make my way up to Itarash to take on Big Bird. The Ravenbeak fight is tough, but after learning a few helpful tricks, this fight gets a lot easier. The fight doesn't have anything game-breaking, so I was able to beat him pretty fast. After defeating Ravenbeak for the final time, all that's left is to escape, so I get on my ship, and that marks the end of my practice. Day 5 came, and I wanted to make it official with a timed run, and that went extremely well. It was fun to play the game with semi-fluid movement, and I was guessing my pace was going to be around 2.5 hours, and I was pretty spot on. This game was a lot of fun to grind, and I'm definitely going to play it some more. If you'd like to see the full run, it's going to be up on my channel, and I hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. See you next time.